Guys, it's Tessa. Today I'm going to show you what you need to know before owning ferrets. The first thing you do need to know about ferrets is that they are very expensive. For one ferret, it can lead up to $200 from a pet shop, or you can rehome them from other people for way cheaper. Next, you'll need a cage unless you choose to have full free roam. A cage can be anywhere from $200 to $1,000. Hi guys, I'm editing and I just wanted to put this in because I forgot. The ferret cage I have is a Critter Nation cage. I don't remember, but what I would prefer to have is the Ferret Nation cage, which I did have at one point, but I got screwed over by a girl, so I no longer have it. But the Ferret Nation cage, the double one, is what you want. The food gets a little bit expensive depending on how many ferrets you have. I have 8. The bag of food is a 5-pound bag, and it is $30. The second thing you need to know about ferrets is that they have a personality. Most ferrets are curious, playful, funny, loving, sleepy, sneaky. They're thieves, they like to climb, and they're very determined. Now, a ferret's needs are obviously food and water. So for their food, I get Epigen 90 ferret food from Chewy.com. They really need tons of attention, a lot of roam time, and toys. So my ferrets do have a cage, but I no longer put them in there. I only put them in there at night, but I don't anymore. I just kind of have it so that they can sleep in there. So mine are free roaming all the time. I take them outside sometimes, or I take them on walk. A ferret can die from lack of attention or even just being alone. You have to buy more than one ferret. And if you only buy one, then you have to pay attention to them 24/7, like constantly. Next thing you'll need for your ferrets is a nail clipper. They look like this. I just got mine from Petco. You need to clip their nails at least twice a month. There is a pink vein inside of a ferret's nail, so if you cut too close to it, it'll start bleeding. And one way to stop that bleeding is to put flour on it. It'll stop the bleeding. And the next thing you'll need is a bunch of blankets. Mine love blankets. Mine go underneath blankets all the time. Here's Pooks. She's the prettiest. Mine go underneath my sheets. I just have a tons of blankets sitting out for them to sleep on. Like, I have underneath of things that I let them sleep under. Okay. I use my blankets to let them sleep on. So furniture that I have that has an underneath, I usually just put a blanket under there and then go and sleep under there. The next thing you need to do is bathing. A lot of people get bathing with ferrets wrong. They're not supposed to do it that much. And do not use ferret shampoo, ferret soaps, nothing. You either just wash them in warm water, or you can have an oatmeal bath, which is where you put just normal oats, no flavoring, in a sock and let it soak in the warm water. And then you put them in there and wash them and rinse them off after. Next, there are difficulties that come along with ferrets. One thing is staying still. When you're clipping their nails, they're not going to stay still. So some ferrets like salmon oil. You can get that as a treat. But you can put it on their stomachs, and not all of them like it, so make sure they like it before you put it on them. But she does like it, so I put it on her stomach. I clip their nails while they drink while they lick that all off of themselves. Another difficulty is keeping everything possible out of reach for the ferrets. They are good climbers. They are very determined to jump from place to place, and if anything is laying on the ground, they will sniff it, they will push it over, they'll get inside it, whatever they can do. Just make sure you have everything that a ferret could get into up. In my case, I put most of my stuff on my TV stand and on top of my wardrobe. Another difficulty, like I said, they do go underneath my sheets, so sometimes it's hard to tell if they are, she just came out of the sheets. Sometimes it's hard to tell if they're in there, and you might sit on those. Another difficulty is my ferret's food and water is next to my mirror. I have a weight holding back the water bowl so they can't tip it over. They love to tip it over. They tip their food bowl over every day, so if you don't want them to do that, you can put a weight in front of that too. I don't really care. I just sweep it back up and put it in the bowl. I'm editing again, and I realized that I wanted to show you what I mean by I hold my water bowl with a weight, because you can't really just do that on a normal wall. Mine is in a corner of a wall, right like this. It's in the corner. So that's the only way that doesn't. The last difficulty that there really is the poop pads. Mine were already kind of trained to know where to use the bathroom. I don't know how, but I have a bunch of newspapers that I use because it's better for absorbing than like actual doggy pads. I just kind of take it from my gas station. They don't really care. So mine use poop pads on the floors. I only have wood floors. If you have carpet, please do not leave your ferret in a carpet room. It'll be hard to get that poop out. So I just Swiffer all the time and use Clorox wipes for any times they miss the poop pads, because they do sometimes. But regardless of the poop pads in their cage, I have a litter box that they do use, as well as newspapers just in case they miss the litter box. Now to move on to the things that my ferrets like. My ferrets are funny. I have 8 of them. This is Chaps. You're Chaps. Mine love attention. She's just sitting here wanting attention right now. They love to be scratched right between their shoulder blades and up their neck. It's their favorite spot ever. Mine also really, really love it when you go underneath their back legs and scratch up. They put their legs straight. It's so funny. Ferrets love going outside. It is their favorite thing. They are just so intrigued by not being inside all day. They love to play. They're usually right when they wake up, they come up onto my bed and they start playing with each other. If not, I blow dry my hair sometimes and I point the blow dryer at them, not on hot because it can hurt them. When I put the blow dryer on them, they run around and start biting each other, and it's super fun. You can tell when a ferret's playing and when it's not. If a ferret's getting hurt, it'll squeak and you need to stop them. They can play with cats and dogs, just keep a close eye. One thing that is actually kind of annoying that my ferrets love is sniffing. Everything, every corner, everything. One thing that almost every ferret's gonna love is either sweet things or salty things, and keep in mind that you cannot give your ferret any foods beside their ferret food. If you don't feed your ferret food, I suggest to feed them raw or cooked meat with no seasoning. Ferrets are strict meat eaters. They cannot have vegetables. They cannot have anything besides meat. So that kind of wraps it up. I'm gonna just show my ferrets now. You have seen Pooks. She's the white one. And Chips is the one with the cute little black nose. And those are two of my girls. Okay, they were all sleeping together. We have Saya. She's a beauty. They're all skinny though. And then Cinnamon, who looks just like Saya, but she's a little fatter. Now we got and then we have Peanut, which is this one, and Ferrison, which is this one. He was my first baby. Now this is Mies. He is my oldest. I got him from somebody else. Saya is his sister. But this is why you need to take care of your ferrets. He has rat tail. Well, that's for this one. He has rat tail. And what that is when you don't feed your ferrets the right food, or they end up getting adrenal disease, they will slowly lose their fur on their tail. So just make sure you take care of your ferrets, please. This is why I'm so happy to take him in. His last home was just horrible, and now he gets treated great. So the last ferret that I do need to go find is Chaps. He's the last ferret I got. He is so funny looking. He looks like a shark. He's under the blankets. And this is Chaps. See, he looks like a shark from the side. He's just got little white under here, and his little paws are white. He's got little white gloves on, and he's so cute. But he's all chubby. He's all chubby. Chubby. Okay, so those are my ferrets. So now we will do the fun facts. So ferrets are predators. They are as if they are cats. They hunt bunnies. They hunt all of these things. They're not rodents whatsoever. Many people think they are, but they're not. Ferrets can get the human flu. So when you have the flu, you need to have them in quarantine in a different room by themselves and no contact until you're not sick anymore. I had the flu and I did follow quarantine procedures, although all 8 of my ferrets ended up getting sick because I was sick before I knew it. If they do get sick, you can go buy children's Benadryl with no xylitol in it. Oh, he's just awake now. You're just awake now. Now you're awake. You give them just a tiny bit once a day, and mine were all fine after that. So, please stop. Just stop. Another difficulty would be wires. Put all wires up. Or find a way to get them organized. Mine like to rip out the stuff plugged into the sockets, which is really bad. I hate it. So that is it. I am pretty sure I covered everything on the ferrets. I will be making more videos soon. I know it's been almost a year since I've even posted, but I'm going to start posting more. Bye!